Did you know that every third bite of food that we eat is due to pollinators? It's true. Honeybees, butterflies, birds, and other pollinators help grow our food, keep our flowers blooming, and make our lands healthy. But for many reasons, including lack of habitat, pollinators are struggling. That is why the park in Flat Rock, North Carolina, located near Hendersonville in Henderson County, North Carolina, has provided this. This habitat is really good for pollinators. There are lots of pollinating flowers which will pollinate throughout the year, making this a good food source for pollinators. Also, you'll notice throughout the background is lots of unmown area, and that is really great for not only pollinating insects but many beneficial insects, especially predatory insects, ones that eat other insects. That kind of space where they can lay eggs, hatch as larvae, and then go out into the world and eat the bugs that we want them to eat, which are like aphids and whiteflies and mealybugs and things like that. That kind of shelter is really important. Also in Flat Rock Park, you'll notice there's lots of water. You can't see it so well from here, but out in the distance there's lots of ponds and creeks right in this area. This area is actually almost a wetland. You'll notice where I'm standing here today is actually built up and raised so that some of these plants that are in here will actually be able to survive, because I think if they were planted in the native soil here at the native grade, it'd be a little too wet for them. But the key to successful pollinator gardening is to select a variety of flowering plants so the butterflies are attracted to the food source all summer long. Plant a variety of annuals, perennials, and flowering trees and shrubs so that a variety of pollinators will be attracted consistently to the garden. Use plants of different colors as well. Plants like daisies, Queen Anne's lace, yarrow, alyssum, goldenrod, alfalfa, clovers, and vetches all attract beneficial insects. Keeping plants flowering for as long as possible is another key to butterfly and pollinator-friendly gardening. Annuals and perennials benefit from deadheading or removing the spent flowers. Pinching off old flowers stimulates herbaceous plants to produce more blooms for longer periods of time. Be sure, however, to leave the very last set of flowers if you wish to collect seed. Honeybees are undoubtedly the most important pollinators for food crops for humans, and probably of food for wildlife in North Carolina and in the entire nation. This is the main importance of honeybees. Without adequate insect pollination, many of the crops grown could not be produced on a commercial basis, and honeybees are the most important insect in the process of pollination. Honeybees live in colonies with one queen running the whole hive. Worker honeybees are all females and are the only bees most people ever see flying around outside of the hive. They forage for food, build the honeycombs, and protect the hive. Many species still occur in the wild, but honeybees are disappearing from hives due to colony collapse disorder. Scientists are not sure what's causing this collapse. Honeybees are important pollinators for flowers, fruits, and vegetables. They live on stored honey and pollen all winter and cluster into a ball to conserve warmth. All honeybees are social and cooperative insects. Due to the importance of honeybees, Flat Rock Park has installed a honeybee hive as a demonstration next to their pollinator garden. You can visit the garden and visit the bees, and you can see the bees actively pursuing pollen in the garden and carrying it back to the hive. There are signs that warn not to get too close to the hive, but honeybees are generally passive, and unless you mess with them, they won't sting you. Thank you for watching. To learn more, contact Steve Pettis, Commercial and Consumer Horticulture Agent, Henderson County Cooperative Extension, 100 Jackson Park Road, Hendersonville, North Carolina. Phone number 828-897-4891. Or you can email him at steve_pettis@ncsu.edu.